Give it up for him.
Thank you, Mike. Like Mike said, I'm from Miami, Florida, Miami, Liberty City, Hotbed projects. They're no longer there anymore. They just tore them down because of gentrification. I could have went anywhere in the country, but I can recall I got my scholarship offer late, because when I was telling my AD it was to kill us at the time. I was like, man, I'm getting all these offers in all these schools. I said the school I'm waiting for to give me an offer was the University of Miami, and it hadn't came yet. So what I did, I just kept playing. He said it's gonna come, just keep balling out. It came, it finally came, and when it came, I was the happiest young man in my life because I can recall when Howard Snellenberger was the head coach here. He was, recruiting me at the University of Louisville, and I told him when they won that championship in '83 that, hey, I want to be there one day. I want to play for you one day. And he remembered that, but he was the coach at the University of Miami. And one thing I asked my head football coach when I was in high school, I said, Coach, what do I need to do to be recruited by a Division I school to go somewhere big time? He said 3 things, Roland. And I said, what's that, Coach? It was Coach Roger Coffey, late Coach Roger Coffey at Miami Northwestern. He said, you got to be playing the best football you can possibly play. Are you doing that? I said, yes, Coach. You got to make the best possible grade you can possibly make. Are you doing that? I said, no, Coach. He said, you got to prepare yourself for the SAT and the ACT. I said, well, it just came out. I haven't been preparing myself for that. He said, well, son, if you want to go to the big-time college program, those are the things you got to do. And right now, you're doing the least thing that you need to worry about. You're going to play football. You're a great football player. But you got to make the best possible grades. So I stopped trying to be an average student and started striving to make A's. And when I wasn't making those A's, I made B's. Don't try to tread water. C's, you tread in water. C's don't push the GPA up. A's and B's push the GPA up. So when I was striving for that A, if I didn't make it, I made that B, my GPA started going up. Then I got with a man named at Miami-Dade Community College, Mr. Ivan. I used to catch that 21 bus from the programming projects all the way to Miami-Dade Community College. Get out there and study with him with my SAT, ACT stuff. I was studying words that randomly showed up on the SAT test. He was preparing me for that test. It took me 3 times to pass that test before I was eligible to come here to play football for the University of Miami. And I didn't want to leave here because I wanted to be impactful for my city. I saw what those guys who came before me, what they did, and I wanted to keep on the legacy here at the University of Miami. And those were one of the reasons why I stayed home and played here at the University of Miami. I wanted to make sure that people from the inner city could come see me. I felt like if I went far away, I wouldn't be as role model to those young men and the people from the inner city. And that's what I want to do. So when I stopped playing ball and I got drafted by the Dolphins, I played for the Falcons, I played in the World League, I came back and and coached at the high school level. I coached, defensive coordinator at Miami Northwestern and junior varsity. And then Coach Goldsmith made me the head JV coach for 3 years. Went undefeated down there, then on JV, and I wanted a different challenge. But when I got the job at Northwestern, I was like, Coach, I really don't want to get in the varsity right away. I just want to feel my way. I don't want to jump on nobody's toe. I just want to work with the babies. I want to work with the young boys. And then after that, 2 years later, I became the head coach at Miami Northwestern. I became the youngest, and I became the first person to graduate from University from Miami Northwestern to be the head coach. Then Teddy Bridgewater was down the head coach who I recruited out of Artemis. He's now the second alumnus to be the head coach at Miami Northwestern. So I say this to you guys because you guys in the 5th, 6th, 7th grade, work on getting you the best grades you could possibly get because you need to prepare yourself now, while you're young on making good grades because some classes you want to take an A grade is going to carry over to a high school level and they're going to count for you. And when you get in high school, make sure you strive to make the best possible grades because sometimes in 9th grade, you want to play around, you want to joke around, and then you take those English 1 classes, those math classes you was taking, classes, this is 9th grade year. Those classes count for your college, you get accepted in college. So you don't want to have to go back, take night school, and do something over again. My motto was, I used to tell my student athletes, I said, why take something over once when you get it done at the first time? I never want to go to summer school and retake something over when I can do the best of what I could possibly do and pass it the first time. So my advice to you guys, all the hard work you put in on the football field, make sure you put it out there on the in the classroom because my Optimus coaches, when I was playing for the Northwest Boys Club, Coach Carl them, Coach Buck, man, we had They can't do this now, but they used to paddle us. Just look at that report card. And we had bad grades. We bent over and they took care of us. So I have a lot of respect for the Optimist coaches because I was raised from a single mother. You know, I didn't have my father figure at the time, even though my father became in my life later on, and we became best of friends. But man, I owe a lot to those Optimist coaches because they kept me in line because I was one of those kids that could have went either way. But I love this game so much that I wouldn't allow grades or anything to get involved with me start playing this game because I had friends that went out and robbed and stole and I'd be on the basketball court, let's go out here and snatch a person and do something wrong. I'm like, no. I said, what we doing? I had somebody in my head say, who I would hurt? I would hurt my mother who's working 2 jobs, working 12 hours trying to make sure she put food and clothes on my back. And I had loved ones in my family that I hurt. So I tell them brothers, man, y'all go ahead. I'm gonna be right on this basketball court. I'm not doing that. Oh, you acting like this square. You acting like you soft. I said, none of y'all can't beat me, so who soft? When y'all have a fight, y'all need some help. Y'all come get me, so who soft? You know, so y'all go ahead. Sometimes they made it back. Sometimes they didn't. Sometimes they might have did something wrong and came up with the money. But the majority of the time, when you do something wrong, some bad consequences gonna come from it. So stay away from the wrong people, the wrong crowd, and stay focused. And hang with guys who's trying to do what you're trying to do. Because that's what I started doing. I was hanging with my ball players, guys who was trying to do the right thing, and I wasn't hanging around with my guys in the hood who was trying to do dumb stuff. So my advice to you guys, let's see parents, let's see coaches, and stay focused on doing what you want to do in life, and you'll be successful. Thank you.